If your business is not anchored in something that you actually believe in yourself, it will be hard to stay consistent in times where self-doubt hits. You know, when you suddenly start to question everything, yourself, your path, what you're building. And from my own experience, I usually find myself either avoid it altogether, I stop creating and I just put a blanket over my head and disappear. Or I try to push through, which feels very forceful. It disconnects me from myself and actually from my path, because I'm not true. I'm performing, and my audience feels that as well, which leaves me depleted. So these are the two paths that I myself have explored during my 4 years as a content creator and a one-person business owner. So what I've found is a third path. It's a path that feels more true and alive. It's anchored in something real. Most people are quite vague when they build their business. Their offer feels a little bit all over the place. It's like, I help you transform your life, or I help you heal your inner child, and it's not connected to something physical. If you only have your business on a conceptual level without a physical anchor that you can actually feel and relate to, and that is very tangible and real, this is when self-doubt becomes really hard to navigate. The business in itself is not anchored in your body. It's not anchored in something real, in the real world. It's too conceptual, too vague. And that's why you struggle. And you never go over that threshold through the self-doubt. Instead, you end up on square one over and over and over again. If you're tired of not coming anywhere, then let's look at this third path a little bit closer. This comes down to the fundamental principle of what actually builds your business in the first place. You don't need a vision. You don't need a 5-year game plan. What you need is a clear offer, a clear entry point that people can enter so they can work with you. And this one offer should inform all the content that you do. Therefore, it becomes really easy to create content even when you feel doubtful. But it doesn't end here, because you could basically create an offer about anything. So how would you go about it to actually pick the one thing that will connect your business, your own aliveness, and the clients that's attracted to you? And this is where we make your offer anchored in your own lived experience. You look at where you are in your life right now, in a specific domain of life, like your romantic relationships, like your business, like your physical health or mental health, whatever it is, the bigger, major area of life where people actually want to transform, right? You look at where you need to transform, where you want to evolve, where you feel your passion the most. This is the first step of choosing your offer. You're not just picking one randomly. You're connecting it to something real in your own life, in a domain that feels true for you and alive for you. But it doesn't end here either. So now you have the domain. Now what? I mean, a generic offer within romantic relationships, for example, could be, I help you attract your one, right? It's like, okay, I have heard that before. And that's still just like a concept. It's not connected to anything. So we need to make it much more personal, much more intimate to where you are yourself in your own life. This is what I call building your offer around your lived edge. So you've found your domain of life. Now we need to find your edge within this domain. What is it that you actually want to achieve within this domain? Where are you right now? Where have you been? What have you already navigated? And what are you stepping into? This is your edge. So you're not an unexperienced person in this domain. You already have a lot of experience behind you. This is what makes it embodied. So you are not just someone without any experience that are building an offer and then attracting clients that you cannot really help because you haven't really navigated anything yourself. So that's why we need to find the edge, not for you to be ahead of yourself. That would be very disconnected and wouldn't give your clients the transformation that they want to go through anyways, right? And you don't want to speak about something that you have already transformed in your own life within this domain a long time ago. This would also be very disconnected because it's not alive anymore. So we need to find your lived edge within this domain of life. It's something that you are currently stepping into, but where you also have experience from the past. So you're standing in the middle of it. And here, at this threshold, it's about building your offer. This point is where you are. And where you are is alive. And when you build something from what's alive, it becomes magnetic. And you actually anchor your business into something real and tangible, which gives you the structure needed for people to find you and be able to work with you. And your content is also informed by the thing that you yourself are navigating. And the more you speak about it in your videos, the more you learn, the more you transform, and you embody the thing that you're stepping into. So you're basically kind of coaching yourself. You're evolving as a coach and a human being at the same time as you're helping clients that are just like 1 or 2 steps behind you. It's like this beautiful win-win situation where you actually enjoy what you're doing and you help your clients transform and you evolve yourself. And this is cyclical. So when you work with clients, you refine your offer and you also embody this version of yourself that you're stepping into. And let's bring all this back now to the threshold of self-doubt that you experience in your business. So when your business is actually anchored into an offer that is built from your lived edge, it's clear, it's tangible, and when self-doubt hits, It's physical. The offer is not just mental noise. It's connected to something real, and therefore it's much easier to navigate self-doubt when it arises. And you can still sit in front of the camera and speak about the things that you are passionate about, that you are figuring out yourself. And this helps you become the person who can actually stay week after week, month after month, creating content on specific days that you yourself have decided, picking a rhythm that feels natural and alive for you, without starting to force yourself or stopping to create altogether. If you want help to build your offer, find your lived edge, and connect everything together where your content comes alive, where it's easier to navigate self-doubt, and where you yourself believe in the path that you yourself are walking together with your clients, click the link below and read more about how we could potentially work together.